Hello Plexers, excuse my voice, I'm getting over a cold. This hopefully will be a short video. We're trying to help out Bret this morning. He's having trouble getting Plex to match metadata on 2 episodes of Babylon 5. So what I've done is I have created a little dummy file. This is a short clip to use in place of an actual episode file for Babylon. So that's going to serve as our 2 episode files. So all I have is just on my Linux computer, on the hard drive, I have a folder called Media that we're in, and I have a subfolder called TV, and I've got the dummy file. So let me paste this in, and let me rename this. Now let's first go here. So if you're going to manually rename, you can just grab the show name from TVDB, and if we click into the seasons, now this is interesting. The seasons are labeled. I didn't expect to find that. Shouldn't matter. So in season 1 it lists the proper episode orders. So just the name of the show and season 01 is enough. Episode 01. So we'll rename this. Let's get rid of that return character. Space dash space SO1 E01. No. 01 E01. And let me just copy this. We'll come back out of it and I'll rename this 02, and I'm not going to cut it. Let me copy it again, paste that in there. Now let's do 4 total episodes. Plex doesn't care what the media actually is. All it matters is how it's named. Alright, got lost here because I cut it and didn't copy it. Alright. A little bit of brain fog with this cold. Okay, so I am going to create structure with FileBot. I could just do this manually. I could create a Babylon 5 folder. I could put a season 01 folder in that and then put these files in the season 01 folder. Let me just play with FileBot. So if I use the default expression and just hit rename, if I hit match and choose don't want anything besides episode mode, choose the TVDB. It's asking us which show it is, so I'll choose Babylon 5. And I may have to do that for more than 1 episode. So you'll see, oh, this is a little screw up. I haven't used the default FileBot binding in a long time. This has got 1 times 01. I wonder what's going on with that. Well, let me cut to my default expression. TV episode rename only. Pick Babylon 5. Alright, so my expression is adding the year to it. Space dash space SO1 E01 space dash space the proper episode name. And then as Plex made a change about a year ago to their naming guide, you can put extra information into brackets, which I've done. So it shows the resolution. This is apparently a 4K video file I've recorded with the AVC codec, 2 channels with this Vorbis codec for the audio. So if I let this rename it, it renamed the episodes but didn't create the structure. So let's go back into FileBot. And I will use this expression. It's a custom expression. And you'll see we're creating the proper show folder in my media directory, also creating the season folder, and then the episodes aren't being renamed, they're just being put in their proper place. So everything is fully Plex compliant. To be honest, you don't usually need the year, but it's easy to add to the expression and it can't hurt. So I'm going to cut that, and now we're going to move to my folder structure on my Synology NAS. I have my main Plex media folder. I have a TV sort folder for different libraries, and inside the TV sort folder I have my kids TV folder and my main movie library folders. So instead of opening that up, I'm just going to paste that into the folder, and we'll watch for activity with Plex. So the activity indicator starts up. If we look at it, it's scanning TV shows, and you'll see it's updating metadata on Babylon 5 Season 01 right now. So if I slide down to recently added shows, here's Babylon 5. And here is the Season 1, and the first 3 episodes scanned in and made the correct metadata match. So now what we're going to do, and this is strictly for Bret to check to verify his library settings. He says he's running an older version of Plex, so I don't know if he's been able to upgrade to the latest and greatest TV show scanner that came out maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. So if I go to the 3 dots here or the 3 dots here, well, in my library, I can go to Manage Library, Edit, and we already know that he's got a TV show library set for these episodes. And if we go to Advanced, this is the latest, greatest default settings. I only make one change here. The scanner should be Plex TV series. The agent should be Plex TV series. Visibility doesn't matter with matching. Episode sorting, you would want library default. And this is the only change I make. I pull episode ordering from TVDB and not the movie database. If a series is going to have specials, a lot of specials, sometimes the lists aren't the same at both TVDB and TMDB, the movie database. And generally, if there's going to be a difference, the TV database is going to have more specials. So I just think it's a great thing to use by default, and that's the only change you make to library settings. So let's go into our agent settings. And if Bret's using an older version of Plex, he might not be able to reach all the settings we're going to reach. So under shows, local media assets is always pulled to the bottom, not on top. The TVDB tab should look like this. Local media assets is towards the top. TVDB, Plex music, theme music, fan art, these are unchecked. And this is a listing for the movie database. With the default Plex TV library, I've never adjusted any of these. These are all just default, and I'm only showing them in case Bret has rearranged the order with his settings. So that should be about it. We've probably narrowed this down to an issue with possibly an older version of Plex not having all the latest, greatest scanning features. But this also verifies that Plex's own database isn't corrupted. Sometimes, for those that don't know, Plex keeps a combined cache of both TVDB and TMDB that they use as their library scanner or library agent. For a movie library, they keep a combined cache of TMDB and IMDB, which is why if you go to the naming guide for either series or movies, you can add the ID to a series or a movie. Let's go to, let's do movies. So if we're at the support document for movies and we scroll down, this is the area that shows you how to properly put the database number in. And it's the same for a TV show with episodes. So it's either IMDb, you've got to have everything in the squiggly brackets, and it would be IMDb dash the TT database number, or TMDB dash the database number. And with an episode, it would be either the TVDB dash database number or the TMDB. You can use either. I prefer TMDB for my movie library, and I don't need to add the database number for my TV show library. Out of 500 TV shows, the only thing I had to fix match manually on my new server is Space 1999, which that's kind of self-explanatory that might be an issue. Because as you can see, the series is 1975. So to have both the year and a colon in the proper name confuses Plex, and that one's a fixed match for me. Thanks for watching, and Bret, I don't know what else to say besides it might be an updated Plex version that is allowing my match and not allowing your match, but at least you can check some of your settings to what I've shown in the video. Thanks for watching.